What is going on? Justin here from Bonafide Fishing, and today I've got the PWR 129 out in front of me, and today I'm bringing you a new accessory, the XL steering lines that will be used to mount a Torqeedo or Newport vessel on the stern of your kayak. And the first thing that we're gonna do before installing our new lines, come back here to the rudder cap, and we're gonna undo the existing lines. You do not have to take the screws all the way out, just to about halfway, and we can start unwinding our Spectre cable. And if down the road you want to reinstall your steering lines on your rudder cap, remember that the Spectre cable has to go clockwise around the screw. And now that our lines are loose, we can pull them through the rudder cap. Once you get those lines free, you can go back to the rudder cap and tighten down those bolts on a very low setting. Do not over tighten these. Let me be very clear. Even though we have adjustable foot braces, which means there's additional Spectre cable spooled up on the back of the foot brace, it will not be enough to steer the Newport or Torqeedo. And let me make this note, if you've got some additional Spectre cable laying around the house, you can extend these lines by just tying a knot and adding an additional 12 or so inches. But you do run the risk of possibly snapping your knot. These lines do run very tightly to this bracket, and it may impede the functionality. So I'm coming back up here to the deck. All of our lines are loose. Now I can pull my cord through the pass-through, and then we can pull our line through the foot brace. And then take that knot on the spool and pull it through. And now just repeat for that opposite side. And now I've got the XL lines, and they're gonna come in this little bundle. Just go ahead and unravel that and try to get the line as straight as possible. This stuff has some really good rigidity on it. Once you straighten it out, I'm just gonna come back up to our pass-through right here, and remember, this is not internal tubing, so you're gonna have to keep this line straight in order for it to get all the way back to the stern. See how I'm just kind of straightening that out, giving the line some rigidity, and then I'm pushing it through. And now I'm just coming back here to our stern power link plate. I'm gonna take this off really quickly and see how we did. And the great thing about this kayak is that it does have a hybrid catamaran hull, so your line should be sitting in one of the channels on either side of the kayak. And if you've got bigger hands like me, I recommend grabbing a screwdriver or something that'll help you get that line over to the access hatch. Now that we have our line, we can feed it through the pass-through. And then while we're back here, let's attach our Spectre cable to our motor. Now that our first line is tied to the motor, we can repeat those same steps for the opposite side. And now that we have both steering lines tied to the motor, we can go back up towards the foot braces and get those attached as well. And if you want to take your foot braces off for this next step, that is totally fine, but essentially we're going to have to pass through the foot brace and through this bracket right here and then back up towards the spool. So through the foot brace, I'm going to kind of angle it just a little bit to get it to the next part. Through this bracket, pull it through, and then you can tie it to your spool. Just a simple knot for this will be fine. And then once you get that knot Pull it through. And notice how my foot brace here can go all the way forward, so as far forward as possible, and you still have slack in that line. So you're gonna have infinite adjustability with the length of the Spectre cable. So once you find the sweet spot for your pedals, you can begin twisting up the rest of that Spectre cable. Again, once you finish that side and you've got your foot brace to where you want it, repeat for the opposite side. So that was the complete install of the XL steering lines for the PWR 129. If you're interested in purchasing, you can go to bonafidefishing.com or check the description below. Appreciate y'all for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on the water.